Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Ducks headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hold and finds his man on the left. caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his target. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
From the gun, it's Hawkins. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Out wide left, it's Moore. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for one.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working that left side now. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on fourth down. Fires left. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quarterback changing the play. Smith wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, Manning. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking for the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That's how it's done, and it's an easy decision when you get it. There's no second guessing when you get it. Nice job by the offense converting the fourth down.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Plows his way ahead. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Defense in press coverage. They'll go to the counter play. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Arts to throw. Makes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense.
Number 93 sets a kickoff.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
To the wideout. On the left side, here's Coleman. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Smith wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Tight end now in motion. They want to throw it. Turns it upfield. He's stopped. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun. Left side is fair. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've...
Just keeps moving. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Smith wants to throw. Back's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the ground, it's Smothers. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Payne. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 17 team, the Colorado Buffaloes.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And it's Northwestern with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Smith dropping to pass. Right side, it's Hawkins. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on 4th. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Quick give. It's paid. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Arch is going to throw for it. On the move. He's going to take off. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Grabs it in the middle. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown, Longhorn. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bear. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. It's a seam wide open. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll start this drive from the 42. Here's Manning to throw. Makes the grab. This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now. Look out! And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the football out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Manning. Gonna let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Finds his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him. They're
has it. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give to the running back. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense has settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Smith dropping the pass. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And he got it! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last field goal made this a one-possession game. They have put together a rally, and now they'll try to turn the momentum back around starting on this drive. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Arch Madness. He unleashes a long one. Got it down the field. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And you'll see this with offenses sometimes, man. They make a big play. They're going to stay aggressive, but the defense did a great job. You gave up one big play. Don't give up another one. They were prepared for it. Nice job defending the pass.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the return, it's Bear. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to move.
He's got an open man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Ducks want to move quickly. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Smith wants to throw. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Nowhere to go.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. On target. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Gets the back moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Out wide left, it's Coleman. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And the timing just a hair off.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Manning, looking left, makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect